Okay. So, where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Okay. Why not just kill Cobb
You
and be
mean
done with
murder
it?
him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
So what are you gonna do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
The powder gangers, who are they?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
Okay. Let's talk about something else. What happens if I help
If you
Ringo?
were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad. And they've got a lot of friends out there.
Not that much.
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
Okay.
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though.
Good for you.
Of course, one of the great
Good that you got
cons
the
did
monies.
knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
Just a heads up, the Quarry Junction. Quarry Junction is... You do not want to go there at the start of the game. Has the most difficult enemies in the game, just a heads up.
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Okay. She mentioned about a broken radio. Want me to take a look at
The
it?
outside looks okay, but I think there'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what...
Okay. Show me what you have for
Got a
sale.
special discount for you, after what you've done for us.
Let's see. Do you have any sort of addictive alcohol? Yes, you do. Moonshine. Atomic cocktail also. Other than that, that's it. I will sell you the BB gun. That's fine. I had some buff out I could do. Let's see here. I'm going to get rid of Super Stim packs. I don't really like Super Stim packs that much. They make the game a little bit too easy.
Another satisfied customer.
Well, about the rescue, we only know about Victor. Good Springs does not get many visitors. It's just I'm speeding it up that way because there's nothing interesting that comes from it. It's just flavor text. Anything interesting going on?
There's always something interesting going
Just talk
on.
about the NCR and the Legion at the dam. We only know about the NCR and the Legion for the most part.
Be careful out there.
So they'll just be there. The busted radio. I'm gonna head over there right now and take a look at it. If you have repaired 20 or greater, you can repair the radio and get some experience for it. You could talk back to her.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
I fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
If you have a bottle of 20, that's it? Or are you implying I've done shoddy work?
Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
Yeah, no. Thank you for the experience. Okay. So, going back, I'm going to drink some more. I'm going to do the atomic cocktail. Buff out. The beer. that it? That's it, right? Moonshine. Just need to do a bit more and then I'll have the second rank of that done. Moving onwards. The next place I want you to go is over there where I'm looking at. Before that, head to Doc Mitchell's house. Because I'm pretty sure there's now a speech check you can do for 40 speech. Off the top of my head, where you can get some bonus experience and some medical supplies. You said you wait. I don't think you can actually do it right now.
Well.
Okay. So how it works is there's one of two ways you can do it. I'll show it in the my next playthrough of it. I'll write it down in my little notes here. But what it is you can do one of two things. The speed check will happen twice, but they're different speed checks. If you start at the beginning of the game and before you leave the house, you can speak to Doc Mitchell and say, "Hey, I'm still feeling a bit hurt." For 40 speech, you can get more medical supplies from him. If you are later on, after I meet this guy who Wingo, after I meet Wingo and talk to him and all that, one of the quests is I have to talk to Doc Mitchell about medical supplies. If I end up doing the speech check at the beginning of the game, I would not have the option to do that speech check. So both are replacing of each other.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy for right now.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play?
Caravan I'll go over later. He will tell you the rules of Caravan, but I will mention them later. Caravan is a very interesting game. It's the way you make money in this game. Actually, what we're going to do right now, we're going to play a little bit of Caravan because of the fact that it's part of an experience quest.
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids, so there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see Caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced, and more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
Sure, let's play.
Don't worry, I'm not that good of a player.
So, Caravan. Give me one moment. I'm just going to double check the rules of Caravan real quick. Give me one moment. Okay. So for bidding, how it works is, let me check. Okay. For bidding, how this works is you can auto match it, or you can raise about 50% of the initial bid. You can bid at any amount they want, but it's limited to how much your opponent's money they have. Okay. Caravan, it's composed of at least 30 cards. The deck can have any number of cards you can have, but it cannot have duplicates of the same card. You can't have the King of Spades from both Tops or Gamora. Or, what's the other one off the top of my head? Tops, Gamora, and the other casino is the White Glove Society. That's it. Building custom gameplay. Okay. Caravan is played with 2 or more players. Building 3 opposing caravans to bid. The goal is to outbid the opponent in all 3 caravans by keeping the number of points on each above 20 and below 27. So 21 to 26 is your goal when playing Caravan with each of them, while preventing the opponent from doing the same. The game begins with each player taking 8 cards from their deck, placing either one numerical card or ace on each of the caravans. A player may not discard during this initial round. Once both players have started their their 3 bids, each player may do one of the following each turn. Play a new card and draw a new card from their deck into their hand. Discard one card from their hand and draw a new card from their deck. Disband one of their 3 caravans by removing all the cards from that caravan. After the initial card is played, the following determines the direction of the caravan, either ascending or descending numerically. All subsequent cards must continue that numerical direction and or must match the suit of the previous card. Playing the same suit will change the direction of the caravan if applicable. Cards of the same numerical value cannot be played in sequence regardless of suit. So, for example, if you have an 8, you can't place another 8 regardless of what the suit is. Face cards and jokers can be attached to an ace or numerical card in the caravan, including the opponent, and affect them in a variety of ways. A total of 3 cards may be attached to any given regular card, after which only way to remove that card is through the use of a jack or discarding the entire caravan. What an ace does is it adds 1 to a caravan value. 2 through 10 add the value of whatever the number is, so if there's 2, you add 2 to the caravan. A jack on an ace to a jack, what it does is removes the card from the table along with any face cards with it, jokers, kings, or queens attached to it. This is useful when you are playing against your opponent. Your opponent's nearly finished with the caravan. You can put a jack on their caravan card to get rid of it. The joker. Joker affects whether the joker is played against an ace or a number card. When played on an ace, played against an ace, jokers placed on aces remove all the non-face cards on the ace's suit from the table. A joker played on the ace of spades, for example, will remove 2 through the 10 of the spades. This has no effect on cards whose suits have been changed by a creed, nor by any cards played after the joker. When played on a number 2 through 10, jokers played on number cards remove all the cards on the value from the table. For example, a joker played on the 4 of hearts removes all 4s on the table. There's only other than the card the joker is played on. So that the 4 of hearts you play the joker on, you keep that 4 of hearts, but all the 4s on the table are removed. Multiple jokers can be played on the same card. The king doubles the value of the number card it's played on. For example, king on a 4 becomes instead of it being a 4, it becomes an 8. And if you play another king on that, the 8 will double to 16. So that's how that works. The queen changes the suit of a card and reverses the direction of the caravan if played on the lead card. For example, playing a queen of hearts on the lead card on a 5, 7, 9 caravan will change it to 9 of hearts to make the direction descending. Multiple queens can be played on the same card. For winning the game, a player's caravan is considered sold when the value of its card is over 20 and under 27. The opponent may still outbid by increasing the value of the opposing pile while staying within the range of 21 to 26. The game ends when each of the completed caravans is sold to either the opponent or the player, the victor providing a better bid for the least 2 of the caravans. An event in a tie between 2 matched caravans, the game continues until one side has a better bid. The player with 2 or more sales on their side at the end of the game wins the pot. It is possible to win if outbidding the other player is not possible. When running out of opportunities to win, cautiously discard the empty caravan piles instead of discarding the individual cards in your hand. If placing face cards can cause the opponent to not sell their caravan, while the player keeps at least 1 card in their hand, they should be able to win because the opponent does not know how to select an empty caravan slot and discard it in order to stall the victory. Merchants who play the caravan will start with 1/4 of their currency as starting bid. So for right now, he has a 53 bid. That's 4 times that, so he will have 212 as his max bid, as a heads up. Certain merchants have a limited number of total times they will play caravan against the player. Other than that, let me see here. The one really good tidbit of information to have with Caravan, is later on when you are making a deck, if you are interested in it, sixes, eights, and tens and kings are the best way to build a caravan deck as a heads up. I'm going to auto match right away and accept. How do I move the deck? Okay, there we go. So I highly suggest taking sixes. Sixes are very useful. Getting all the sixes, the eights. Caravan deck has to at least have 30 cards in it as a heads up. A few jacks are good. Some kings. As a heads up, I will also, actually I'll take this last king also. Going back, we are going to get, we have 10s, 8s, 6s, and we're going to want 4s and 2s. Normally even numbers are the way to go in this game mode. That's a 5. And then aces are useful too. Actually, I'm going to take the last jacks. And let's play the character. There we go. You only need to win 3 games of Caravan.
What is it?
Okay. Okay. This is the 3rd game where I need to win, so in this aspect, the other games will be edited out. But the point in Caravan is you want to get between 21 and 26, you want to get 21 through 26 on 2 of the 3 of your piles to beat your opponent. It's a bit finicky with the controls at times. I am not the best when it comes to Caravan, but for the most part, how I normally build a deck is I normally end up building the deck kings. I normally go even numbers with 4s, 6s, 8s, kings, and jacks as my priority, because of the fact that I want to. Because even numbers you can get to the what's the correct thing? Because you can use kings on 6s twice to get to 24. You can use a king with an 8 and then a 10 to get to 26. It's very useful in that aspect. So continuing on, we'll put you there and then use a king on that 10. We are going to use a jack on that. Let's get rid of that pile for them. I'm going to get rid of 7s because I don't have any 7s. The jacks remove the card from the pile. It's very useful to screw your opponent. Right now I can't even use this. I need to wait for kings for me. So for right now I'm going to remove that. So that way he doesn't have 24 anymore. I'm going to get rid of that 10. That way he will be at 12. Kings, as I said earlier, they double the value, so I can put a king on this 6 here, and instead of it being a 6, it will be a 12. So this will go to 24 now. The Joker, what it does is when placed on the number, if I were to place this on a 6 here, I would get rid of all 6s except for the 6 I put it on, which will be useful because that he has a 25 right there. So that will get rid of that, and I will win because of it. Once I put this king right here on the 2. So that's one achievement down, one experience thing down.
Sure.
I'm now going to intentionally lose, just for the fact that, hey,
what is it?
I'm going to intentionally lose, that way I can get the other achievement. I already have my Caravan deck. Losing is very simple. Click off. And I just gotta do that a few more times. Yes. Okay. That's another 55 experience. And I should level up because of that. Yep. So now I'll put it into lockpick. It's the only other thing I really need to put into. I do in Fallout New Vegas. You do not get a. You only get a perk every other level. So every even level you get a perk. Unlike in 3 where you get it every single level. I'm going to rob. Oh, doesn't even count as stealing. So. Take that, take that. Ooh, sledgehammer. That's actually really good early on. Take that. Boxing times right here. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, actually no, I didn't even ask him. I'm dumb. I was too busy playing Caravan, I forgot to ask him. Hey you, buddy. What's going on, by the way?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you gonna do about them, man?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Need a hired gun? Maybe I can help.
All left on me are a handful of caps. But you get me out of this, and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got my word.
It'll have to do what now?
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Okay. Sunny Smiles will be back over by the saloon. In the meantime, I'm gonna quickly stop by at Chet's, see if there's any new drugs I can buy real quick and drink.
You looking to buy some supply?
I was gonna sell some items. Get rid of all these. Other than that, that's it. Okay. So, do you have any addictive substances I can use? Or no? You don't. Okay. I can take this impact, so I don't feel like it. A cool glitch you can do, I'm not going to use it in this video. I'm going to show it off in the next series, the next time I do Fallout New Vegas, the next series. Because I'll be going down an evil path. I'll be doing a kill everything one, most likely. And with Joan Cobb, you can glitch out the game with the general store here and force pretty much get infinite amount of experience from over here before you even exit out of the game, out of the tutorial level. The speed check will just keep coming up over and over again, and you could just keep threatening shit over and over again. But anyway, continuing on, we're going to talk to Sunny Smiles here.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
I'm going to need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well.
Okay.
Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
If you asked him, she just tells you, hey, you need Barter to convince, you need Speech or Snake to convince Trudy. Chet would want Barter. Easy Pete would need explosives. And then he doesn't say about Doc Mitchell, but Doc Mitchell needs Speech. So first things first, Trudy.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
So I don't have enough sneak, so it'll be stupid. A lot of time when you don't have enough of something, you'll give like a really stupid answer. So they're like, why the hell am I even talking to you? You don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just gonna give her a speech. It's gonna be like an adventure, bullets, explosions, lots of fun.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Okay. Other than that, I'm actually just gonna ask what she has for sale. Maybe she has, some... No, she doesn't. Okay. Before I leave the area, I do need to get 6 more, like, beers or something. That way I can get the, I can quit any time perk. So, that's there. Also, another thing they don't tell you, you can ask Victor, which I'll go do in a little bit. Let me go to Chet first, tell him, hey, better cough up some stuff, or else the town's gonna get destroyed. What the hell? That was strange.
You looking to buy some supplies?
I need supplies for
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Barter, let them take over the town then. I'm sure your business would be much better off.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store.
He doesn't help you in the fight, by the way. He just gives you guys armor.
Business first. You understand.
Okay, jerk. Bye. Continuing on, we're going to talk to Doc Mitchell now. I'm also going to ask Victor too.
How are you holding up?
The town's going to be attacked by bandits.
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Okay. So I was wrong about... I screwed up on one speech check. I'm actually gonna save real quick and show that off, in a little bit. I'm actually just gonna quickly show that off real quick, and show you what I'm talking about. I missed that one speech check, but I don't think it's gonna matter as much. But this is a heads up for those who are interested in maximizing experience. Hello everyone, welcome back. Just a quick little edit. This is just when you get out of your little coma that you got shot in the head in. I already spoke to Dr. Initial.
Here, these are yours.
So I already got my character all made. This is just to show you. Thanks for patching me up. Just to do that. No. Before you exit the house, this is a speech check I missed. If you talk to Dr. Mitchell again.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions...
It's a speech of 30. My wounds still hurt a little. Can you give me something for the pain, Doc?
Of course. You've been through a lot. Ain't much, but...
That's the experience that I would get from this speech check. I was wrong at it being 40. 40 is for a different part of a... If you start with Joe Cobb, you're gonna need 40 speech, or 20 medicine, I believe, off the top of my head, to successfully lie to him, to be able to steal the supplies back. That will be shown during my evil one through / kill everything one. Just a heads up, this experience did not matter in the long run. I would have stayed either level 4 or maybe even gotten level 5, but level 5 I wouldn't have gotten a perk, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway when I reset. So, one last thing I do want to note real quick before I go back to our previous life as Motus. My character here, this is also a shotgun specialist. Shotguns, what you can do in early on in the game is there's a challenge where you have to cripple, I believe, 5 arms with a shotgun, and if you do, you get experience off that. You can do that in the tutorial area on geckos or the powder gangers or good springs or whoever you want with a shotgun and get the experience off it. However, I did not show it during the time because I first forgot, and second is also one of them mattered. But I'm going to show it later on in the normal playthrough. But this is just a heads up as a note for more experience game. Other than that, I will see you back on Motus. Anyway, let's talk to Victor.
Howdy, partner. Trouble with rustlers, huh? Count me in, partner. Those varmints will be running home with their tails between their legs soon enough.
I'm also going to stop by Good Springs school just so I can unlock the safe now because I have enough lockpick. So it gives bottle taps and mentats. This is what's so important when I was mentioning earlier about speedrunning. This is a guaranteed stealth boy. What stealth boy does, it makes you instantly invisible pretty much. Gives you plus 100 sneak and a stealth field that provides, which lowers the enemy perception on you. It's very useful when trying to sneak past, and especially for speedrunning purposes, it's how you get to New Vegas the fastest. You use this on the enemies I mentioned earlier at Quarry Junction. They have very high perception. They will normally see you, and that's like the fastest way to get to New Vegas. That you go through go near Quarry Junction and then head to Black Mountain. Because of that, the stealth boy is considered the most crucial part in a speed one sometimes. It's how fast you get there, then how fast you get to Black Mountain, then how fast you get to New Vegas. Or how fast you get to Camp McCallan, and then how fast you get to New Vegas, because Camp McCallan gets you to New Vegas instantly. I talked to Victor. I talked to you. Easy Pete. I forgot to talk to Easy Pete. With Easy Pete, what you need is 25 explosive. He needs to make sure you can handle explosive well. So let me just get to him because he's inside the place. Okay. Normally you can tell where everything is with the little arrow. Did he just leave? He just left.
Hello there.
Oh, hey Malcolm.
Good to see a friendly face.
Hello Malcolm, how you doing?
Raider I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature.
As a heads
Tell
up,
it to
I
you straight.
always kill this
I've been
guy.
following you for a good bit now.
He needs to learn the rules of the wasteland. Why were you following me? A guy who has a good amount of weapons, who is just minding his own business, and you, for some reason you're
It
following me.
started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue stars.
Wait.
You
The
didn't show
only-
any reaction to it, so
I just wanted to
figured
wait
you
till he
didn't know
says
what you'd
finished
gotten
saying
your
this.
hands on.
But the only time I picked up star battle caps were inside other people's houses. So that means he was wandering and he saw through the house and saw me pick up the bottle caps. He has some sort of X-ray vision or something.
There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called sunset sarsaparilla stars.
Okay, so where
All over the
can I
place.
find these things?
The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of sunset sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and blue star caps are no exception.
So you mentioned someone named
It's
Venus.
said that the treasure is guarded by a man named Festus, and
Oh,
he's the one
Festus,
who asked
aye.
for the blue star caps. It's also said he's been around since the war, standing a lonely vigil, waiting for someone to come and take the treasure off his hands. That'll make him pretty damn old, but I've met a few people in my travels who claim they actually met him, and they weren't the lying type either.
So do you collect these caps too?
Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion
This is
that
key
they
to
have
know,
some of
by
those
the way.
caps.
So what type of treasure are we
No
talking
one
about?
knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated.
Thanks for the
No
info, but I'll be
problem.
going now.
If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Okay, but you need to learn something, my good sir. First things first. First things first. First thing, when it comes to silent killing, melee weapons are the best way to kill people silently. Even though I come up as hidden, because my guns are loud, they will hear where the bullet comes from, and then they will instantly assume it's me. So for right now, this is what happens when you sneak up on me. And look, he had 6 Sunset Star bottle caps. You're a lying sack of crap. I will also take this because they're barter, and I can sell them. But that's what you get, my good sir. You don't follow me like that. Anyway, let me go back inside. And let me talk to Easy
Hello.
Pete.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
I heard you got some dynamite.
Too dangerous. Wanna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
Explosive 25,
Uh-huh.
I'm familiar with
Guess
it.
you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts.
Thank you. Goodbye. What I'm actually going to do right now is I'm going to wait a few days so I can get more alcohol.
Feeling thirsty?
Okay. I am back. She now has a new stock, so I'm going to get anything that's alcoholic in nature. One thing I forgot to mention,
Another satisfied customer.
which I will have a clip for in a little bit, is to actually maximize experience to the fullest, you want to sleep in a bed. That way you have the well rested, that way you get 10% extra experience. Though it's not beneficial enough to get you an extra level in the tutorial, it's just for a heads up purpose. So I'm going to drink all this now. Mentats, Atomic Cocktail, beer. I believe she had whiskey and vodka. Okay, so I need to do 4 more of them. Anything else I have here? Medics. So I just need 3 more. Yeah, I just need 3 more. I'm also going to drink all the Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottles. Bottles for Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap. Just because of I got 2 there. Wow, that's nice. I was going to talk with Chet. Maybe he has
You looking to buy some supplies?
Do you have any new Moot Fruit Psycho?
Give me a shout if you need anything.
Do you have anything in your store, like beer or something? He does have a silenced pistol, but that's not that useful right now. Let's see here. Salesman Weekly, I don't need that. Anything in your fridge? Beer? Nope. Let me see what's in here. You can look at something without, and even though it would be considered stealing if you take it, you could still look at it. Let me do the cycle real quick. I'm going to check Doc Mitchell's again, just in case he has some. And then I'm going to go back to and talk to, what's it called? Go back and talk to Ringo.
How are you holding up?
No, he doesn't have anything. Okay. Let's see here. What's my lockpick at right now? Lockpick's at 43. Do I have a locksmith reader? I think I do. If not, I know where I can get one. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm quickly going to grab a locksmith reader. A guaranteed spot you can get one at is talking to Sunny Smiles and mentioning about if there's any loot around the town. She will say there is a safe in the schoolyard which had the stealth boy,
I'll keep an
and
eye
she'll
out
give
for
you
the-
a locksmith. I'm short on cap. I don't suppose there's any work around here.
Not in Good Springs, no.
As you can
But
see,
if you're up
locksmith
for a little
readers.
scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Okay.
Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go back into that house real quick and use the locksmith reader to open up that safe. Also, as you can see right there, Joe Cobb is right over there. If you talk to Ringo, Joan Cobb will not work with you anymore. He'll be like, nah, I saw you going to Ringo's. So, and it's the same the other way around. If you end up asking the Joan Con, hey, I'll help you take over the town, he'll be like, hey, I saw you with Ringo will be like, hey, I saw you with Cobb, so you can't do my quest anymore. It's this one over here. This is the one with the safe. There we go, safe. So right now I'm at 43 with the locksmith reader. I will be at 54. It's 50. Sorry, 53. I'll be at 53. There we go. Baseball bat, a very good melee weapon. Jet, medics. This here is not useful. But the jet and the medics are useful, then more drugs I can do. There we go. Perfect. I'm pretty sure there's no other perk involving drugs. So, right now I have the maximum experience I can get from it. I am now also going to maximize experience by buying drained cells from Shet real quick. The reason why is because of the factor of... Come here, Chet.
You looking to buy some supplies?
Yes. I'm looking to find energy cells. Oh, I will take these though. Any mods are very useful to take. Wow, that's a lot. I don't think I have enough for all that. No, I don't have enough for all that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, here's nothing else there, so... energy cells, that's what I'm looking for here. Microfusion cells work. But I just want normal cells. Okay? Why is that? Because of the factor...
Pleasure doing business.
That another way you can get good amount of experience is right over here. The reloading bench and workbench. With the workbench, you can recycle energy cells and change energy cells into more advanced damaging items. I'm just going to do this over and over again. Don't worry about what I'm really doing here. It's more just I'm switching it back and forth so I can keep using the workbench. I don't know off the top of my head if this gives experience. Yeah, there you go. There's 83 experiences for doing that. Okay. And I can't do it anymore. There we go. For this, I would break down any 5mm I have. I don't know if this works with this also. Done. We're now ready to fight the powder gangers. Specifically, I'll go this. I'm quickly going to mod this. Actually, fairly certain there's an achievement with modding involving it, but the issue is you won't get enough mods in the beginning of the game to get the experience, or at the very least the achievement. So now I'm going to talk to Bringo.
So what's going on?
Sonny's with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready.
Yeah, let's do this.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
Wow, isn't that a coincidence once I'm ready to go? Where's Trudy and the rest?
They're getting set up in cover, but it might not go well unless we get out there soon.
Okay. Let's go.
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
And she gave me 5 dynamite because Easy Pete came through with the dynamite. So first things first, either single shotgun or vomit rifle are my best bets here. So I don't recommend dynamite. If you hit anyone in Good Springs, the Good Springs will turn on you. Also, let me get the good armor I got from Chet. Not really good, but it's good enough. Also, let me hotkey stim packs real quick. We'll do... There we go. Got it. So 7's my hotkey for stim packs. So how this works in the game is, if you do the majority amount of damage, even if you don't get the killing blow, you'll get the experience. If you get the killing blow, but you do not do the majority of the damage, you do not get the experience. Just a heads up. Let's be like, okay, that's how you do it. Kill him real quick. Why am I don't want to aim at them. Wait, what? Okay. You can actually do this quest without getting vilified by the Paladin gang as a heads up. I will show that later in another playthrough, specifically my pacifist one. Okay. Level 4. There's nothing really I need to level up right now because of the fact that I'm going to reset after this level, but for right now, I'm going to level up my barter just because of the fact that I'm going to be selling some stuff. At level 2, I can get Swift Learner, but there's no real point because of the fact that literally all of my experience is going to get reset. So, right now, actually, I might want Cannibalism. Cannibalism will probably be the best, so I can go for the X.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
Didn't I hear something that you weren't able to pay me?
I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Okay. We can now loot the bodies. Joan Cobb always has a stealth boy as a heads up. That's another guaranteed stealth boy. And he has a magnum too. I'm taking all of these. Okay, was that all of them? Oh no, I didn't get you. Okay. Before I do anything, let's repair the items and weapons, because if I repair enough, I will get experience from it. See, fixing things, 10 out of 30. I'll get a new hat. Powder getting a plain outfit. Okay, that's all good. I'm also going to start drinking water, whether it's dirty or regular, because that's also for a experience gain. Also, I will be doing the same Simpacts. I'm not going to be doing in this aspect. Radix and Radaway. Radix, it will give you experience if you do enough of them, but I'm not going to do that because of the fact that I know for a fact most likely I'm not going to get enough of them. Where's Chet? Chet should be here. Oh, there he is. Hey, Chet.
That was a hell of a fight.
Yeah, I know it was a hell of a fight. Let me see what you got. He also has a shovel. I will take that real quick so I can dig up stuff. Aid-wise, dirty water I will take. All this other stuff is not useful, really. Okay, I'm gonna sell him all the dynamite, the sledgehammer, the primula, and the cleaver. Get rid of the armor. Get rid of super impact, that. Other than that, that's it, right? Yep.
Another satisfied.
Okay. Let me quickly drink the dirty water and the purified water. Oh no, I don't have any more purified. Okay. Notice in that fight though, Victor was not there. Let's see what's going on. Let's head over to Victor real quick. Let's see, can I find him anywhere? No. Victor. There's Victor. Hello, Victor. Victor, why weren't you in the fight, man?
Howdy, partner. So when do the rustlers show up?
They were here. The fight's over. Didn't you hear all the gunfire?
Didn't hear a thing. Guess I dozed off there for a minute.
Let's see. There may be a data corruption in one of your memory chips. Let's take a look.
All right. Put everything back the way you found it.
Interesting. It looks like an override command was activated. Override command 16 Delta. Figure someone shut you down deliberately, but there's no record of who.
Override? That can't be right. Probably just a malfunctioning tube somewhere. I truly am sorry I couldn't help you, partner. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
That's it. I'm just gonna go now inside his shack real quick and show this off. There's some ammo in here. Roxo cleaner. I'm gonna put on the light. That's about it. Not really much in Richter's shack. Okay? Now, that is the end of this episode. Next up, we will be continuing on. We will be making our way, seeing what the telephones think of what happened. And then we'll most likely be making our way towards Prim and exploring over there. This has been Brian.codex signing off.